Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance, auto, renters and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League, mates. It's time for the London home series to truly get underway, and I am truly excited. However, slightly disappointed that we can't all be doing this in person. It would be a bloody treat, but nonetheless, we're making do with what we've got. Paris Legion going up against Dallas Empire to start today's games off, and it will surely be a fun one. Before we get there, though, let's take a very quick look at the CDL points presented by Game Fuel. A quick look after the update there at the end of Major 2. Of course, a lot has changed. Some things not so different though. Chance Atlanta FaZe still well and truly top perched. The CDL points there, they just seem to be cut above the rest. They did lose that last major, of course, after all, but nonetheless, still a formidable squad. Quick look at the pricing structure. This is the way this major will look cash-wise. 1.2 milli all over. That's a lot of money to be given away playing Call of Duty. All this, of course, going per teams. 7th and 8th, they're going to be getting 25k each. And again, if you fall outside of that, you get nothing. Welcome, friends. We're finally here. We may be coming at you live from Verdansk, but that doesn't mean it's not the London Royal Ravens home series. And oh boy, Chance, not only do you look fantastic. Can I get a flick of the mullet? Can I get a flick? Can we get a flick for the fans? Just a little flick?
I have no idea how to flick a mullet. No, you're not getting that. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll work on that one, but I'm sure at some point Chance's mullet will be flicked today. But we're very excited to get into today's games. Brother man, we've got ourselves Dallas. We've got ourselves a top team going up against this new look Paris. How you feeling?
Either fabulous or ready to party. I'm honestly not quite sure. Brand new experience for me, but we do have a very interesting day on our hands, really just to kick off stage 3. A lot of things are going on, Miles, including just ridiculousness to start off this London home series, but it's exciting, man. The 2 matches we have today, 2 squads that have brand new players, and well, I don't know, we've seen what, 3 or 4 honeymoon periods already so far this year. Get to see if there's any more.
Bro, you look so good. I cannot.
I do not. Don't guess.
Put it into words. I'm so happy. Right, let's do this. You know them. You love them. They came in second in the first major. They got top 4 in the last one. Let's see how far they can go this stage. Dallas Empire. Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open. Oh no, Hook is in, you mate. Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day. Well, Chancellor, we have the Dallas Empire, of course, the 2020 World Champs. They do come into this one, maybe not necessarily, they're not an underdog yet, but they're not having the same success we would expect of a squad of this caliber. Is that fair to say?
I mean, yes and no. Honestly, they're kind of having a similar year to what we had last year from them, right? It was a bit of a slow start once they started to work out some of their kinks in their team. Well, they ended up world champs and they've been towards the top of their game. And I think everyone that is looking at this squad basically is the same thing, right? They have not hit that final form, but at least for me, it almost seems like an inevitability that they're eventually going to get there. Maybe stage 3 is where they really start to kick things up. But if the worst thing you can say about a team is they're top 3 and they don't look as good as they can, well, that is a wonderful spot to be in.
Yeah, it's not a bad compliment to lay upon a squad, but again, it's going to be a tough one for them. We talk about honeymoon periods. We've seen plenty of changes go throughout the CDL so far. Some of them have been very impactful indeed when you look back just to that last major. But now their opponents, Paris Legion, a new look for the squad. We bid adieu to fire. We bring Temp into the lineup. Let's meet the team.
Wonderful start here for Paris Legion. Paris Legion just about pushed that player off the hard point.
Just can they clutch up and go big?
Classic just being aggressive in the plane.
Fire's got to get on the bomb and he will. He finds the kill.
Unbelievable stuff.
Awkward from the back end, able to pick up 3 along the way.
Paris Legions.
What a round!
Paris Legion, again, transformed after a big team change. We welcome Temp to the roster for now, joining Scraps, Classic, and Aqua. And chance for this roster, I mean, we saw Fire, like, he was struggling. He was not really looking fit, you know, for the team. Not necessarily like a bad player in general, but, like, just did not seem to work out, man. How do you think Temp's going to fare here?
Well, I think this is probably one of the more pure, like, 1v1 trades we kind of have throughout the league, or 1-4-1 trades, I should say. Fire looks strong with the AR in hands. Not the same thing could be said for the SMG. So I think it's an opportunity for Temp to just be at his purest form, be that main slayer, be that superstar that he can be with the SMG in hands, and really just start to pop off, right? Like Nameless is saying, Temp, he's had a couple opportunities to make things work with Slasher. Hasn't been the case, but Temp has been on other rosters where he has looked like one of the best players in the game. I think this is a roster to sort of give him the opportunity. And of course, well, for your gameful keys to victory, he needs to be that star. At Paris, they have been a threat, but overall, they have not been the strongest team. So Temp really has to be that guy for the squad, at least in the respawns, right? You got Aqua in the searches. Scrap's going to be ever present through and through. You know what you get out of Nicky D, but Temp, a lot of pressure is going to be on him. And more importantly, if you're going against the Dallas Empire, momentum is going to be everything. They need to get off to a strong start and try to capitalize on the hard points where Dallas has been struggling as of late.
There you go, essential. Get that momentum right off the rip for Paris Legion. There we see Scraps getting vibey. Now, Chance, let's talk about those game fuel keys to victory for the Dallas Empire. What do they got to do to stay on top?
Well, that happy balance across game modes, right? We saw these guys in stage 1. The respawns were nice and clean. The S&D a little bit lax. Of course, they had some strong competition. Then you go into stage 2 and basically flip the script, right? Their S&D, they started to clean up. They started to look fantastic, but then their hard point was really taking a hit. Got to find that happy balance. Got to make sure that you're clean across all game modes. And well, for the second point, this is a long-term thing for me for this Dallas Empire squad. And mainly you're going to be doing this in scrims, but I really think the map pool needs to be extended, because if you look at some of their matchups against some of the top teams, FaZe especially, if you have an auto veto, like the Apocalypse and the Hardpoint, if you have one map that you are dominant on, in control, and teams can just say, hey, we just have to ban this against you and we're good to go, I don't think that is the best thing to have long term. So I think Dallas, there's a few key maps that they need to work in the mix, or try to make sure they're a little bit more dominant on, and they will be good to go. But of course, for the maps we have this series, you don't really need to extend the map pool. If you're getting all of your best maps, this is almost the best case scenario right now for the Dallas Empire. They are 4-0 on Checkmate Control. They're 4-1 on Miami S&D. They love it. It is really just through and through all of the best maps for Dallas they get in this series alone.
Yep, no mercy. Right out the gates here in stage 3. They're not looking to drop a map. They're not looking to drop a series. Again, looking towards that end goal, that maximum points accumulated throughout the entire series, and that's what Dallas are going for right now. Making this as hard as possible, I think, Chance, for the Paris Legion. But hey, let's see how it goes. Again, it's a new look for Paris. For all we know, Garrison, Express, and Checkmate could be 3 of the finest maps we see them play today. Miami, of course, that last game. We're excited to see if we do have to go all the way to a game 5 for that Search and Destroy. But Chance, I mean, outside of what the final of Major 2, like, I think we've had, what, 4 3-0s in a row, so who knows if that one's coming back to us. Quick look now at the Quick Scope, brought to you by Scump, and it is a very, very one-sided affair. Dallas Empire, as you would expect, well and truly atop the board there when it comes to hardpoint, S&D control, wins and losses. And for Paris, though, I mean, we're clawing this one right back. You can see strength there in the hardpoints, but Chance, again, it's the Search and Destroy. It's been a little bit hit and miss for both teams. You think Paris have got a chance to steal it today?
I think they do, right? Temp just being that unknown factor, you don't know what to expect. Even if the 5-10 record in Surge doesn't look great for Paris, they do have a ton of close games, a bunch of round 10s, a bunch of round 11s. So it really just is sort of a, like, what are you going to get out of the new man? How does Temp integrate to the squad? And it is worth mentioning for the records of the Dallas Empire, the hardpoint may look great, but they're 1-4 in their past hardpoint games. And the Search and Destroy might look like an average record, but they're 4-1 in their past 5. So again, it's sort of like hit or miss which game mode that Dallas is going to thrive in, but it's a new stage. If they can just bring it all together, that's when they go from being, what, a top 3 team to the team that is actually winning these events.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We've had a slight connectivity issue with the players getting into the lobby, so we're going to throw to a very, very quick commercial break, friends, and when we come back, it's time to get the first match of the day underway. It's Paris going up against Dallas. It's going to be an absolute banger. You don't want to miss it. has to stay alive. Kenny falls. It's all on a Drazah. Can he hold the line? The answer is no.
Go, boys.
they're spending all this time trying to hunt down TJ instead of going to the actual hill. There's nowhere for them to go. A devastating 3-0. Paris gets smoked.
Oh my God. Holy hell. Baby.
Just come down to Scump. Somebody has to make the play. Time's starting to dwindle. There goes Scump as well. And it will be the Ultra.
Oh, boys. What are you talking about, baby?
Does get the angle.
Is planted for him.
Must play in first position. Cannot win the 1v1.
Go,
Oh
my God, boys. Let's go.
Can they do it here? Can they close this out? They're going to locate Clayster on the 8th Street. Last player is going to be DiamondCon, trying to do everything that he can, but the Thieves are going to 3-0 New York.
Hey, baby. Oh my God.
Røkkr knew they were playing 2A. They just wanted to take it, and there's a
Oh no, Priestahh! No!
Oh no, teammates!
There's the first. The trade is there, though. Crim back alley does it. An Empire. They take it. 6-5.
Good job.
Nice.
Good job.
Team
Leader, dude.
Oh,
Oh my God. Good job, baby.
Scump is just holding. Scump is just holding. Wins the fight. Accuracy, though, they line up. They line up for accuracy, and he wins it. Are you kidding?
Let's go! Oh my God! Oh my God, bro! What the?
Oh my God! Go! Take the one fight this third. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. My stomach hurts.
It's aBeZy, though, looking for the intro, and he goes as fast as he can. Can't find the kill. Insight still alive.
It's 10 seconds for the win now. This is it. Ultra holding it down. They've got 5 seconds for the win. Simp's going to contest. He's going to get cut to pieces. And what do you know? The greatest underdog going into the tournament. They take the best team in the league the whole way, and they get the job done. Not only do they do it on a respawn, they truly are Ultra as Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. The London Royal Ravens home series still rocking and rolling. We yet to really get things aflight yet, but we're still here, baby. Paris Legion, Dallas Empire, we've reset some things. Still some player connectivity issues. We wait to get everyone back in, but we're going to chill with us for a while. Chance, you brought it up in the break to me. You said it's quite hard to wear a mullet, even though that is your real hair today only. While wearing headphones, how does the doc do it? We may never know. But let's talk about Paris Legion, bro. Let's talk about Temp. Again, a dedicated player that we've seen come into the scene. You know, he's a beast, man. Donnie Temp's a beast. We saw him find success. You know, last year, this year's he's been all over the place so far, right? I mean, quite literally, he's hit a couple of teams up. God knows, this could be, you know, another stepping stone for another squad he may wind up on later on in the season, Chance. But tell me about this role that Temp's going to be playing here on Paris Legion, and give me your high-level thoughts on that one while we get into this game.
I mean, it's not even high level. Honestly, from my side, it is very low level of like this team lacked one thing, and it was slaying power from the SMGs, right? Any like positive takeaways we have from Paris Legion, it's what? Aqua at times is looking like one of the best Crimsix players in the game. Even Scraps occasionally would pop up and have great games, but I think really, especially when that patch came through, it was just simply they did not have enough slaying power from the SMG role. That is something Temp has been able to deliver at times. Black Ops 4 especially stands out of my mind where he was looking like one of the better players in the game. That is the Temp we're gonna need to see, right? Like the young god, the superstar, young Kyrie, whatever the nickname is gonna be, he needs to fulfill that role if Paris is gonna have any hope, because keep in mind, it is a dog race right now to try to get in the top 8 in CDL points, and that is like the cutoff line for champs, right? Anyone in the top 8, you get to play at the big tournament. If you're in the bottom 4, you just get axed off, and you got to mind the gap, right, for the London home series. It is what, a 40-point difference between the team in 7th and the team in 8th, and then between the teams at 8th and the team in 12th, it's another 40-point difference. So it is an incredibly tight race. Paris is neck and neck with all of the other teams down low. there's not a lot of like time left to sort of set yourself apart. So they got to get the ball rolling quick. And obviously for Dallas Empire, it is the best team you could possibly get for your round 1 matchup in the groups that they have to get the ball rolling and to see how they stack up against the best teams in the world.
At some point, it's going to become nearly impossible for these teams to make it to champs again. Top 8 is the only teams that make it. But I'm glad you brought up Neck's chance, because I'm thinking about your neck being covered by that majestic mullet. And I'm not the only one who seems to be loving the mullet on you right now, brother, because the social soundboard powered by Astro, Paris Legion, is coming at you with the love. The mullet is fire, with some laughing emojis as well, and I'm telling you, man, it's a strong look right now. I've seen a lot of stuff on socials recently, especially in Australia, man. There is a lot of love for the mullet right now. Chance, give us a flick. Just give us a little shake left to right if you can. Give us just one of these little left and rights. He's not doing it.
No, I'm not going to do it. You can egg me on all you want. I don't know what flicking mullet means. It's not going to happen. And I think in this moment, like, I don't know what the word for preemptive regret is, but I already hate it and hate everything about it. I do not know how Dr. Disrespect does it. The fact that he does it for what, 5, 6, 7 hours every single day with the shades on, incredibly impressive stuff. He is a better man than I, but at this point, I just want the servers to not be based out of 1984. I want the modern day good stuff. Give me that fiber internet and make something happen. That's what I want.
Well, the players are still dealing with a bit of an issue. We're going to throw to another commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here in Verdansk in 1984 for more Call of Duty League action. We'll be right back after this.
Bunch of bad apples in here doing bad shit.
Oh man.
HyDra and Sid, bro. Like,
all right, have a good day.
That would be Toronto first up.
Ooh. Yeah.
What a
pressure's
story.
on. the winners.
Yeah, what a story, what a
chance.
moment. We're going to make it spicy. We're going to send OpTic Chicago into the other group.
Ooh. Pretty spicy.
We just wanted to send the Chicago boys in against Atlanta, you know, get the league. Everyone wants that match, you know. Everyone wants the Atlanta-Chicago match.
Sure,
so we're making it spicy.
It, it was a good one last time. Getting another comms vid.
Fair enough, man. You know, Toronto's a great team, bro. If they want to send us over, you know, they might be a little scared, but it's all good.
Yeah, I'm very shook.
All right, so then we'll send the Dallas Empire into Group A.
That's pretty spicy.
They match up really well against us right now, and when we're not playing on form, they're one of the scariest teams in the league.
They just don't like us shooting their bodies. I think that's what it is at this point.
We'll be sending Minnesota to Group A.
Oh man, I want to play you guys again, Troy.
Don't worry, we'll be at the major. Yeah, Minnesota just has our number, so we sent them over to get away from us.
Am I scared of you, Brian?
It's Brian I'm scared of, no one else, dude.
I'm not gonna send LA Thieves over. They had a really good losers run, and they have they're in that nice little honeymoon phase right now with some new guys coming around the block, and typically that's scary combinations for a few weeks, so we're not about it.
The honeymoon phase is crazy.
That's all it is, bro.
That's what I'm going for.
Dude, you know?
I'm trying to get a honeymoon phase.
I never said the word, that's all it is.
Minnesota had one.
It was applied.
Had one. I'm trying to have one. I mean, shit, y'all had one last year, bro.
Nah, I want another one.
I want another one.
Oh man, this one starts getting weird. We'll send New York over. New York looked really good stage 1. They didn't show their true form in stage 2, I felt like, and then, you know, a lot of the other teams are kind of going through some switch-ups, so I felt like New York was a pretty, you know, safe pick since you can kind of gauge them the best.
No comment.
That's all you got?
Interesting.
I'll go with Florida to the other group. At this point, just kind of, you know, a lot of teams are switching up rosters here. Florida bench slack, don't know what they're going to look like, and like they've been pretty good in the past, so don't know what their potential is going to be. Maybe they also get their honeymoon phase, so have to get them out of there.
I hope so.
Alright, my turn. We'll send Paris to the other group. We have a lot of respect for this Paris team. We feel that they're like a strong underdog contender. uLLeY's one of the better main ARs in the league, and you know, despite whatever roster changes may come, I feel like this is always going to be a scary team to play against. They have a good balance of veteranship, leadership, and they could go off at any time. So I don't want to play against those guys anytime soon.
Thank you, Caster Revan.
Once again, a map with so many clips I wanted to highlight for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. Like, he was the best in the biz. He's not wrong.
We'll send Seattle the other side. Can't beat those guys. No matter how good our practice has looked, you know, leading into our matches, we just can't clutch up versus those guys. I don't know what it is. We have negative ice. So I don't even want to take the chance on playing those guys again. And honestly, our options are really limited. So Seattle it is.
Yeah, I mean, we beat them in the groups, and then we obviously eliminated them from the major, getting our stage 1 revenge. So it's a smart play. I respect it.
What teams you left?
London and LAG.
Send London to other.
Dan, dude, that's really fun. Getting my pick in here.
You know, Sean's just a little too much, man. I don't want to go against him.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, the conflict right now at the moment.
Yeah, then I'm gonna guess you're gonna pick LAG, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait, am I in FaZe group again?
Yep.
I
No.
am? No, let's go. First time.
Oh my god, finally get my hands on Fargo.
I'm gonna beat the out of you.
Dude, that's awful.
So
I had no choice but to pick LAG, sadly. Cellium mate, sad.
Pain. You know what? You get first, you get the major. You don't get a pick, but that's all right. You know, or at least I got I got a different pool this time. Got some different people to play. You know, excited to compete. I'm gonna shit on everybody that didn't pick us, by the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Like my dad used to say, we're almost there, so put your bloody shoes on. Paris Legion, Dallas Empire, we're waiting on Shotzzy not only to get back to his chair, but to get into the lobby. We're almost there, friends. Thank you very much for your patience. You know what it's like? Cables, internet, wires. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the 1980s. So's Chance. We're having a good time, though. We hope you are as well. And again, thank you so much for your patience. Chance, we're going to talk a little bit about the changes that have happened in the league recently, the many, many new faces. As you can see below, friends, there is, of course, a slight delay, but you already knew that because you're still here waiting. But there we are, mate. I'm very interested to see, you know, Chance, there's been a lot of players come and go from the league. You know, we've seen changes across the board. Today, we will see 2 of those new teams roll their new rosters. Of course, we have Paris up next. We have Florida a little bit later on today. But, I mean, let's have a look at this roster mania graphic. And again, there's new faces all over the place. Some old, some very familiar, and some brand new here in the Call of Duty League.
And that really is just such a wild lineup of like characters, because like even the stories, like just from left to right, like we've seen Zap in the league before. He's one of the players on Western that had a ton of success, but I think just from the side of London, this is like the 4th or 5th iteration of like a roster that they've had. Obviously they're right now in 12th in the league. This is desperation time, need to find something that starts to work. Obviously Paris, it's the first change that they've made, but it's from a guy that like started the year on the LA Thieves. It is just a wild host. HyDra finally ends up back on the team where he was originally supposed to be. And, well, from some of the scoreboards I've seen, maybe it's going well, or maybe from a team that was farther to the right on that graphic, it is struggles early on, but it is going to be a wild stage 3. I think at this point, the community is very willing to be incredibly critical of some of the changes that have made. And, well, we've been critical in the past. I think, like, the insight change comes to mind, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That is the fun of the new rosters. And again, just to touch on the maps and modes, said the same thing earlier. This is a phenomenal map set for the Dallas Empire. They're going to be happy with every single map across the board, especially that checkmate control. They are currently 4-0, and that's not to say it's a bad map set for Paris. I think they're going to be happy with it as well, but you're going against a juggernaut of a team, the world champs, on maps that they are very happy to be playing on. And Miles, I think we made it. I think we're finally here.
It's time to get into Garrison Hardpoint. Let's do it! Dallas Empire, Paris Legion is the first match of Stage 3, and we could not be more excited. We've been saving ourselves for this very moment, Chance, and now we get to see it unfold. New look Paris, Simp in the starting roster, going up against Dallas Empire, top 4 in the last major. See if they can't rebound here in the Stage 3. But here we go, my friend. This should be a fun one indeed. Going to Garrison. Here we go.
Going to Garrison. And just by the way, if you're noticing by the slides, this is the old patch that we are playing on. The slides are still going to be incredibly powerful. You're going to be seeing them very often. I believe it's next week where we end up making that switch. But as far as opening breaks go for the Dallas Empire, pretty much perfection. Get every single kill, get the hill control, and Shotzzy already thinking about pushing up for a little bit of that map control.
Yeah, a little bit of sweet map control for Lights, but he does get knocked out from that position. It's going to be Scraps and Aqua leading up the kill feed here. 20 seconds going the early way of Dallas Empire, but now we've got Paris in the driver's seat. Temp finding a nice few kills again. We welcome him to the Paris Legion roster here in his debut for the squad, and so far he's the man on the hard point, trying to pick up as much time as possible while the rest of the team, again, Paris will be the white arrows, and in the gold, Dallas Empire. And so far, it's a nice bit of a counter push from Paris. They've got themselves on the hard point for quite a while. Dallas, a bit of a contest now from Hook, but it's your boy Temp on screen, will eventually be dropped. Dallas with a late break chance, but so far, not a bad contest between the two teams.
Not bad at all. And Aqua already thinking about that positioning for this new hill, but his body's not actually inside the hard point. He wiggles himself over, but obviously top green's going to be a little bit open, but really the play is coming around back. 2 players from the Empire trying to go on that full flank just to flip spawns, and well, the spawn out is successful in the kills already. Break inside the hill, the perfect P2 break coming from the Dallas Empire, and well, it's the start that they needed. Shotzzy, I mean, he's 1-5. Doesn't make a single bit of difference. His team right now in full control.
6-2 for Hook. We're working at Crim now. He's on a 5 spree. That's it. Comes to an end at the hands of Aqua. Is going to melt him there. But 5-2 for Crim overall. Kills department for Dallas Empire. Certainly looking very strong. Over to Aqua now. Makes his slide forward again. You won't be seeing too much of that next week. A little different. Now to Aqua, trying to hold down this hard point. The rest of the squad lined up. It's going to be Crimsix coming through aLLeY. He's going to be the first player making his approach. It's a nice stick on to Crim. 3 kills go the way of Paris. There's the 4th. It's all 4 down. Paris with full map control. That's a wonderful way to hold the hard point and hit the rotation chance. Dallas, they are struggling here.
Dallas might be struggling, but they just got the God spawn as well. Hook spawns up in the green alley and Scratch. I don't know if he's aware, but maybe he is. Next level stuff from him, but Hook gonna get hunted down, but not able to get dropped. And you talk about a massive 1v1 gunfight to win. Just like that, Hook gets a God spawn, gets red, makes the play anyway. And now at least he's gonna set his team up to make the opportunity to get this break. Dallas trying to hold it from the front. Well, they're going to be successful at that. The break is in, and Shotzzy maybe starting to get a little bit hot. 3 streak for him.
Oh, unbelievable. 1 kill from Hook at the back there gives his teammates spawns, and with that, you've got full map control, time going their way. Dallas Empire, championship caliber plays right there. Put him on your screen, locking down the top side of the map, looking over towards the next hard point, popping up in about 12 seconds. Going to get the last moments of scrap here for Paris Legion. The 10 will help, certainly. But what could have been a much better hard point for them had the play of Hook not gone their way. Let's see how we go, though, chance. Mid-map control going the way of Dallas for now. It's Paris on the break.
Ooh, Paris on the break, but obviously some sort of issue. Have to go for the reset, and I tell you, man, what an interesting game, right? I think we had just on the P2 hill, both teams just able to walk through, get the clean break, and then you had, what, the moment where Hook gets the God spawn and wins 1 gunfight, and frankly, for that P3 hill, I think that's just a shining example of what 1 gunfight can do. Completely turns the map on its head, but obviously with the restart, doesn't make a single bit of difference.
We will be back. There has been a game issue, as you can all tell. I can't see what's going on in the match right now, so that tells me nothing. Except we will throw it a quick break, and when we return, Paris Legion, Dallas Empire, Garrison take 2. Let's get it. The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Wham! We're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty League. We're still trying to get back into this matchup. Paris Legion, Dallas Empire. I believe everyone is in the lobby right now, and it does sting a little bit, Chance. I mean, you're feverish. You're hungry for this next one, mate. I do believe I heard an 80s song reference in the break there. Would you like to share that with the fans?
Well, now I have to. It's easy stuff. I'm hungry like a wolf for this match to actually get started. I mean, Hook is busy just flexing on cam right now, just ready to get the gameplay going. But yeah, I mean, just want to get into it, right? Like the nuke EMP effect's certainly intact, but really it's just the Garrison. I think maybe early on saw a nice little battle between the two teams for the first 3 minutes of it, but I just want some gameplay, man. We're so close, but I think we're experiencing, what is the saying? When it rains, it pours right now, but hopefully the sunshine will come out tomorrow and the Beatles will sing our way home.
Well, we're almost ready to rock and roll. Again, I can see the screen next to me, which has the game lobby in there, and it seems like everyone's present, but we will let you know, friends, as soon as this is ready. We thank you for your patience. I got a tweet from some guy that's like, I've got work in the morning. Like, I'm sorry, mate. If we could control it, we would have you no longer work. We would ruin your job. by making Call of Duty a 24-hour affair, and you could never look away. But that is just the facts, friends. We're trying to get through this issue, and once we do, back into the game. But Chance, if I'm honest, man, I liked what I saw out of Paris. It wasn't like the most dominant start from Dallas, which I was expecting a bit more of a bloodbath right off the rip. But aside from Hook's one play towards, you know, P3, I thought honestly it was quite an evenly contested match at most times. Whether it stays that way or not, who knows? But I mean, have you got any early thoughts on Paris from the 3 minutes of gameplay you've seen?
No, honestly, zero early thoughts. It's not like Temp started off 10-0, so there's no hot takes there. I mean, I think one thing the community is very hot take oriented, right? Anytime a roster change gets made, it's either very much 10 out of 10, best change ever, or 0 out of 10, this is the worst thing this team could possibly do. But I don't know. I'd say for the Temp one, mostly everyone is going to be positive on this one, myself included. It's really just about how well they can do, because keep in mind, it is still that dogfight. Any of the teams right now between the 8th and 12th spot, it is what? Within 40 points between really the entire group. So every single match matters, right? You get 10 points for a win throughout the group stages, and you get a little bonus depending on how well you place throughout the actual tournaments. But really just any team that can find a life and maybe go on a sort of run, sort of like Toronto Ultra, right? They went from bottom of the pack, win a tournament, get those 75 points, you rocket yourself up in the standings, and frankly, I mean, in my mind, they should be almost guaranteed for top 8 towards the end of the year. So that is what it means, man. You just need to bring it together, have one good stretch, and make sure you set yourself up to actually get to champs, and, well, just build from there.
Yeah, indeed. Well, while we're waiting for this match to get started, we've got a lot of fun to look at. The social soundboard powered by Astro. This one's from Dallas Empire. Choose your fighter. Is it either going to be Tracksuit Nameless or Mullet Chance? I would pick you, Chance, because I feel like wearing that mullet and with the sweater you've got going on there, I reckon you have a mean roundhouse. Like a mean roundhouse kick. You probably got like, I don't know, you're like very blue denim jeans, you got huge like sneakers on. I feel like a mean roundhouse kick would probably be the way to do it. Nameless is down in 1. Couldn't have you in hand-to-hand combat, but I do think this is it, mate. I think we're ready to load back into this one. Plastic's up, we're throwing out some fist pumps, everyone's smiling, we're ready to rock and roll. It's take 2, baby, and we're hungry like these wolves to get back into this game. Let's go, friends, we're almost ready to go. Here it is, the map is starting. Chance, let's do this. One more time.
I mean, just to answer your question, Jean-Claude Van Damme has absolutely nothing on me. You are correct. Nameless would have 0 chance in that fight. Also to Dallas Empire, you definitely did me dirty with the picture. I'm not saying I'm a good-looking guy, but you could do better than that. Come on, like, help me out just a little bit, you know?
Step it up, Dallas. Let's go. All right. Now back into the match. Garrison, take 2. Dallas Empire, Paris Legion. We will neuralize our minds and forget the first one ever happened. And, well, maybe these teams will do the same thing. Paris had quite an even keel start against them the first time we ran this one back. But it ain't our first rodeo here on Garrison Hardpoint. Stage 3 starts right now.
Deja vu all over again. Keep in mind, Dallas did win the opening brick pretty cleanly last time around, but already the adjustments have been made. The nade actually from Classic gets the job done. The early vents flank is going to be there, but maybe not overly successful. Hook, the last man alive in the hill, he gets dropped, and already Paris looking so much better than the last time around. They win the opening break. They get Dallas Empire trapped back in their spawn. And, well, for Aqua, would have been a 4-0 spot, but Crimsix with the headshot multiplier, able to take him down.
Ching, Scrap still on point 2-0 so far. Nice flash to bank it off the bricks there. I think it lands a teammate, but Nicky D, Classic 4-1 already. That was a 2 spree for him. Nice start. Here comes number 3, who can't get away in time. Shotzzy's going to be up next, and Classic from this position, and he's having a whale of a time. Just picking up those kills. Paris finding themselves the first 30 points and climbing. But here comes Dallas on the break. Nice 2 kills there. That's going to be an immediate hardpoint control. The spawns, it's map control so far that Paris Legion still retain. Will they be able to hold that top green spot? Dallas now on the break.
I know Rust Cole is the 90s, but time is a flat circle. Basically the exact same situation from last time, right? Dallas Empire, they're not trying to break through green necessarily, have one player maybe play that late floating, but really the entire idea is try to work your way around back, but 2 players die in their individual gunfights. And already for Paris, it was obviously a better P1 hold that they had. And right now on this new hill for P2, looking good to go as well. Classic with a little bit of pressure on him from top green, but the nade once again gets the job done. And this is damn near perfection coming out from Paris. Is Classic, one of the best starts he's had this year, 8-2 to his name. What more could you ask for?
He's having a fantastic time here on Garrison. The squad's picking up a lot of hard point time as well. Now we do have Dallas Empire on the right-hand side of the map, all theirs, locked down for P3. Now, iLLeY He's going to drop to Temp, who leads the charge. Aqua's going to find the kill as well. Hook was the hero in the first version of this map, but that was a different timeline, baby. And now things are looking very different. Paris Legion with a wonderful start. Hook holds the line, essentially alone. But oh no! Here's the surprise! Paris will spawn in the back. 2 kills go their way. Aqua's going to find 1. And over to the newcomer Temp. What's he got on the front line? Finds the first kill. Up and about. Temp goes. Swings. It's a miss. The shots are good though, and Classic lands it. Paris Legion. They roll the dice, and it's craps for Dallas Empire, but Paris, wonderful stuff here on P3.
And while you say wonderful stuff, I just completely missed it, right? I'm busy watching Hook just piece everybody left and right. I don't know if someone just dropped the ball on blocking spawns or if we're just getting gifted on P3 to either team. But hey, Paris, they will take it, right? They were potentially looking down the barrel of a full 60 on the flip side. Instead, they're given a gift. And right now, they are making the most of it. Even the one-on-ones inside the hill towards the end, Temp is able to pick up 2. And now for Dallas, this might be worst case scenario. They end up spawning in the back, and well, they have an opportunity with the split, maybe to make something happen over towards New, but this is a near 100-point game already, Paris. This is exactly what they need.
Mate, what an unbelievable hard point this one is. I'm curious more than anything, Chance, to see how our current world champs are handling the comms right now. So let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in for the Dallas Empire.
G2. I needed it.
I can't see him. He's dead,
Josh.
Josh.
Back left, quarter. Back left hanger. Back left hanger, hurt.
Ready this timer?
One guy went plat. I got time. Yo, big door, scraps.
I'm looking plat.
Sit down, Kyler.
Plat, Nick. Dead.
Sit
down time.
Nice.
There's two.
You only one shot, truck.
One time,
last guy, big
door.
Oh,
big door,
pull
at me. Got him.
Sit down.
Yeah, I'm gonna need him.
I'm
back Yo, big door, Nick.
Right time.
One shot. You heard as well, big door.
Yo, one to the back.
Top, oh, fuck, one shot.
Yeah, man.
Hanger big door.
One guy's top cat. I'm shifting over.
Yeah, shift right.
I'm shifting right. Top cat, drop on mid. Another one cat. No, I died. Yo, they can be
top cat dead.
Yo, Johnny was bottom mid.
Square.
He's
one shot, no health.
You just set up.
Alright.
Yeah, they can be green.
They can my
green.
I don't have your house. I don't have it.
I have your bottom left mid.
Two green. One guy's con.
Bump.
Con, one shot, Nick.
I'll see on you.
L3 on me, Scraps her.
I'll sit down.
Still there.
No, it kind of close up.
There's two. There's two in hell. Three near hell.
Hit left side big door, guys. Scraps in.
I was gonna say, you one shot time.
One guy's in bricks. I'm about to hit big door. Hit big door like
I don't see him hell.
He's left corner.
L.
Sit down.
L, down, he dead.
I see that.
Top cat,
sit down.
Yeah, I can probably.
Got him.
I can
top cat dead.
I got time.
I'll chance here at the comms there. Dallas Empire. They don't stop believing. But we still have Paris and a very strong lead, mate. I mean, what do you make of the comms?
I mean, the belief system might be good, and honestly, the comms were fine, but the gameplay didn't really match it, right? You got Shotzzy calling out like, hey, I can't watch this cross, but his teammates, they might hear it, they might not, but they don't pick it up. They end up getting broken, so the gameplay maybe just a small step behind, but obviously, I mean, they started out down by 100 points. They're really just trying to make the best of a bad situation as Paris, again, inside the hard point. They are consistently getting these setups that they want. They get the trophies in the hill first, and it makes the job that much easier. Aqua, though, takes a challenge that Shotzzy is happy to take with a 74U. Eventually does get taken down, and Paris, again, the pressure that they're putting on the hills has been on point. Just overwhelming the Dallas Empire right now.
Absolutely overwhelming indeed. 100 points now, and climbing. Crim wins a nice one from down low. There's 25 seconds remaining on P1 now, but it's not going to be an easy hard point to get a hold of, and we've got Hook once again playing for the next side of the map. That's a big win from him. Classic. Whoa! Hook still rolling, climbing out of the negative kills department. One at a time over to Crim now, trying to stop these players make their way through mid. Not going to happen. Scraps makes a nice read, catches him out with that kill. We've got Dallas now still holding the line, still making sure they've got control of the hard point. Battle rages. Hook wins it on point. Shotzzy wins his on attempt. And this is fantastic work. Paris, they cannot buy an inch towards that hard point chance. Dallas will still hold.
And this is a big moment, right? This is the full 60, potentially could get Dallas right back in the game. But here's the problem for them. The artillery going to get called in. And notice the ping placement. He's got clearing all the way over towards those outer lanes. Everyone's stuck inside. The flood's coming in from top green. But at least for Temp, he's got to wait for his teammates. Everyone getting chopped. The Empire deal with the artillery, win the gunfights, get that off the board, and effectively get the full 60 minus the 10 points that they had to sacrifice. But right back in the game they go. Still down by quite a bit, but working on that damage mitigation, and now the foot race over towards Noon. Classic knows he's looking for a couple of those slaying kills. Gets the next one on Shotzzy. 23 kills, by the way, for NickyD is right now. He's just that front line, trying to keep Dallas Empire at bay, and frankly, job well done. Now gets to just play his corner. His teammates are now blocking spawns. This is the setup Paris want. Dallas Empire, one good opportunity to make this break.
One chance to really make the decent break, and man, Classic is still rolling right now. He's still in the kill feed. Aqua trying to take care of Shotzzy. He's going to be the one leading the way forward. Classic might be able to get him on the flank. There he is. Classic lands it. Once again, Classic. Another one down. Another one down. Another one. Hook finally answers back as he finds two now on the approach chance. You got a decent break to be had here, but Paris are over 200 points now and climbing. Scraps is going to lock it down as well, and Paris, it's a aBeZy towards the last few moments here, mate. They are running this map through and through. iLLeY can't quite find three. Crim on the pinch, nothing to be found. It's 30 seconds for the win now, and Paris are looking to get it done here on Garrison.
I mean, Paris are going to get it done. Their teamwork right now on point. It is just consistently another one bites the dust after another. Just a ton of like solo challenges coming in for the Empire. Every gunfight someone on Paris is taking, there's always a backup man there for the most part. And well, for Dallas, it's what, 9 seconds they're allowed to give away before the game ends. They're going to have to be damn near perfect. And again, the team shots coming through. Every single player on Paris getting involved with these gunfights. Already broken out through vents. They've already broken out through the actual hill. They have put Dallas in the blender. Successful at that. Game number 1 in the books. Paris Legion, a dominant win.
Like the first time we got a taste of this team on Garrison, it was okay. That was a real display for us there, friends. Paris Legion, they mean business. Temps fit into the squad like a glove. And these best players, I mean, yeah, this is cool, man, but the whole map was a delight. I mean, Classic is looking as comfortable as I think he's ever looked. This is some vintage NickyD, some vintage Classic. And Temp looking fine. Scraps and Aqua finding their flow as well. Paris start the series off 1-0.
And they truly just put him in the blender that game, right? I mean, not only a bunch of great individual performances coming out of Paris, but again, the teamwork was on point. There was maybe, what, 2 or 3 solid team pushes that the Empire was able to put together on the final few hills, but they just got picked apart, seemingly couldn't win a single gunfight. And well, I was saying it's a momentum-based series just because for Dallas Empire, they have been struggling in hardpoint as of recent, at least towards the tail end of stage 2. And admittedly, they're only struggling against the best teams in the world, but the struggles continue as, again, even just looking at the stats across the board, Temp barely needed to get involved, right? Least amount of damage on the team, least amount of kills, but beating the team by 140 points. Doesn't make a single bit of difference. Just a ridiculous performance coming out of those core 3 players on the Paris Legion.
Core 3 coming to play, and there you go, man. Temp not having a bad map whatsoever, just getting the job done. And dude, the scoreline, like, that's all you really needed to know. A brilliant start there from Paris Legion after what was a little bit of a delay. Thank you, friends, again. It was worth it, right? You saw Temp absolutely having a whale of a time there. We saw NickyD going nuts. Not great for the Dallas fans, though, but hey, not a bad start for the day for Paris. We will be back after this very quick commercial break, and when we return, it will be Express, Search and Destroy here in the Call of Duty League. Don't go anywhere, friends. We'll be right back.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
We are right back at it here in the Call of Duty League. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're in the London Royal Ravens home series, but we're watching Dallas Empire go up against Paris Legion. If you've just joined us, Paris took the first map in quite a dominant fashion there, Garrison Hardpoint. Now we go to an Express Search and Destroy. Now, Chance, let's talk a little bit about Dallas Empire's Search and Destroy KD comparison so far, here in Stage 1 and Stage 2.
I mean, well, the story for Stage 1, right, was their Search and Destroy was actually great against any team that was not named Minnesota and or Atlanta FaZe. And, well, for Stage 2, overall, it started to look better, right? 4-1 in their last 5 S&D maps. But one big standout for me, it's got to be iLLeY, right? Just averaging a 0.8. He is an S&D star. He is one of the best players in the world. And that KD just genuinely doesn't make sense to me because he's even one of the players that, he has the 1v3 clutch this year against Seattle. We know he is a capable player, but he hasn't really shown off that gameplay so far this year. He's got to be my player to watch, at least in Search and Destroy for the Dallas Empire, to really pick things up. And, well, especially so in this series, you're going to have to pick things up right away because Paris Legion, they had me feeling that sweet emotion on that first map. It was clean sailing when they got that dub, and they got the offense to kick things off. And on a map like Express, aggression might be the key.
Let's find out. This could be an interesting one. Again, we've seen Dallas have some mixed results on this map. In Paris, and kind of throw the stats out the window. Let's just see how this new team looks all in all. Scrap's the first player we're going to see open fire. He's shooting Ghost right now. Attempt making his way in towards the bomb site. He's got Classic to his right. Seems like an open B site for now. Hook's going to push this a little late, and Crim. And he's just finding these little angles. And Scraps, he's in trouble. Big trouble. Big tags. No kill, though. For now, Crimsix going to find the damage, but it is going to be Shotzzy who gets that first blood. The second goes the way of Crim. Temp's going to get the bomb down, but Hook's lying in wait in the wings, and here he comes. Potential to deal the damage. Oh, Temp wins a big one. That's huge chance. He manages to stay alive. Can Shotzzy get it done? No! It's a 2v2. Oh, 1v1. Nope, it's over. Sorry, mate. I looked away for a brief moment. I thought you were there, and all of a sudden, criminally win their ones. They get it done, but man, Paris, they pulled that one back in the dying few moments.
Oh, I was still here. I was trying to wait to figure out how to roast Dallas Empire the best. I mean, they just immediately took 2 solo challenges on bomb, throwing away a life for literally no reason. I mean, Hook in this situation, if you win the gunfight, great, you guarantee the round. But if you take a gunfight against a guy on a fairly decent head glitch and you lose it, obviously you saw the opening, but the teammates clutched up. The ARs got the job done, or at least Crim for one. I think it was Shotzzy for the other. Can't remember who it was, but
it was.
Either way, nice bounce back round. And if anything, I would say the importance of nades, especially in the early rounds where trophies are not available. Obviously, the opportunity is going to be there to make plays, and at least that's how they got the first blood on Scraps. All the way, though, on the attack over towards this A-bomb. First blood for Classic. This is going to be problematic because they actually got the double stacked over. Shotzzy might be prepared for the trades, and he's able to get 2 the untradeable finds. His Hook on the flip side, well, able to get 1 in response. Temp already finds himself in an effectively a 1 versus 3.
Oh, and he nearly does it. Man, he nearly makes that one work. Dallas with another big clutch up. Shotzzy absolutely jumping him here. Here comes the first kill. The second was just as impressive. Scraps through the door there. Whew. Unbelievable shots out of Shotzzy, basically securing the round, and a big 1v1 win from Hook as well. Great stuff out of Dallas in the second there.
That's big stuff. I'm not sure if Scraps stopped shooting in the final moments or just because he strafed behind the door, wasn't able to connect with the final ones, but maybe just a little bit fearful in the gunfight, and well, he gets gunned because of it. Dallas Empire on Express. Maybe not one of their best maps, at least not in terms of record, but certainly one that they are fairly strong on. And well, Scraps first blooded immediately. Crim hits him with a jump shot. The shots are clean, and there's 2. Good news for him. Well, 1, he's on streaks. 2, he's going to get the best play of the game, hopefully, just so we can see exactly how he got that first kill.
He made an easy read on Scraps there from the previous round, and it worked out massively. Now a 4v1 for aBeZy, and he's in trouble, man. He is in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble at this point in time just from the shots dealt, and here comes the maneuver from Dallas Empire. Shots is going to be there, just able to get the kill, but how many more of those can he nab? 3v1 now. Just got to try to be quiet at this point in time. Over the top comes Hook, lands the shots. With or without you, he'll kill it. His teammate's not necessarily in a position to find it, but who gets it done? Another round to Dallas.
Oh, just so, yeah, okay. The Crimsix in Crimsix's hand for one, but maybe just on 60 hertz, just hits different. First kill was a little bit nutty. Even the kill that Aqua just had on Shotzzy from the cat steps is also equally ridiculous. So if your shot's on point, you're going to be feeling pretty good. Frankly, I don't even know if the streaks are necessarily going to be a factor. Right now, Dallas Empire just fairly dominant. I mean, the only round that was close was just when they had the 4 versus 2 that they almost threw away, but almost isn't even the correct word for it. Back on the attack they go. First blood last time came through the trains. It's the exact same story, but this time on the flip side, Dallas with the early open.
Oh, Temp almost getting iLLeY as well. 3v2, Dallas with the advantage. Scraps and Aqua got themselves in on towards the A-bomb site for now, and it's Scraps actually who's in the closer position. A bomb carrier iLLeY. Scraps lying right next to his teammate who has fallen. You see the Temple Classic. Wonder what it smells like in that cabin. Here we go. iLLeY. Oh, gonna wrap back. Make their way in towards B. Dallas know they have B bomb site control thanks to the efforts of HyDra there. And Paris have not budged yet, Chance.
I think really the play here has to come from Scraps, right? If he's playing on top of those trains, or actually he's laying down in the train, so he's not going to be able to get this information. Bomb going to get planted for free. Aqua and Scraps incredibly split from each other. And you got the double stack down low. HyDra is going to be the problem in this situation. Aqua, it is not easy to notice the player hanging out in ticket booth.
Oh, gets the first pick. Will it be an immediate trade? Aqua's going to stay alive. Crim, oh, he catches Scraps. That's incredibly unfortunate. 25 seconds left. Aqua, eyes on Crim. Crim's going to re-challenge. He will get it with a nade. And another massive round from Crimsix and the Dallas Empire. It's 4-0 so far.
And this is just clean and efficient work. First blood this time goes the way of Empire, and iLLeY makes sure he's able to trade out his teammates. Just work on the little bait and switch. You see just pulling Temp's aim over just a little bit. Gives iLLeY all the advantage that he needs. And I will say, I think the nades right now from Empire have been on point. Maybe it's just Crimsix, right? He's able to get quite a few kills just with the nades at his disposal, especially so on Scraps. Occasionally on the receiving end, but 7-0, he's got the artillery, and well, of course, what that means right now for Paris Legion, A is not the preferred bomb site to go. They're going to be 4 stacking over towards B.
4 stack it is. Shotzzy gets the first blood. With the HyDra now. Eyes on Classic. In Shotzzy now. Oh no, and Classic turns his back to him. HyDra's going to find another one. This could be a massive round for him again. He's just sitting on top of the bomb site like, yeah, don't you forget about me. I'm still here. Classic opens himself up to it, and Aqua once again in a very difficult situation, but okay, he's making him work for it. Makes the read on the Crim. No, he does not. Dallas Empire, it's 5-0 chance. They're going to close it out here. Can they go the perfect 6-0?
They're certainly looking like it. I was thinking a momentum-based series, but any that Paris Legion was able to get from the hard point. You talk about the immediate response, maybe just waking up a sleeping giant in the Dallas Empire. This is as efficient of a search and destroy as you are really ever going to see. The number of times, actually, this year alone, we have seen a team on Express go up 5-0. Off memory, this is at least like the 4th or 5th time that it has happened. Crimsix, a player that has spent maybe not 10 years on this map in total, but 10 years ago he played, so he knows all the spots. Temp though with the first blood, does get traded out, and the artillery getting called in as well. I'm going to take a guess. That's not going to find a thing, but obviously the information is going to be nice, or it does find a thing in the information on point. Aqua 1v3. Good luck. Have fun. Crim, show us the curve.
Here it comes. Nope, doesn't land it. Never mind. Crim's in position to catch Aqua, but once again, he's had another crack at it. Will this be the one? There's the shot punch onto Shotzzy. Will land the first. It's a 1v2 now. Will he be able to do it? He's been given a few chances before, and this could well be the last one. Dallas Empire now on the flanks. You can see either side of him. Both the catwalks covered. Aqua will be in trouble. Lee, shots are in. There's no chance he gives his life away there. Crim's up next. Aqua, gunned down. Easy as you like. It may have been a dominant display on Garrison, but Dallas Empire, a very clean and methodical 6-0 on Express. Simply untouchable at times their chance. An easy search and destroy for them indeed.
I mean, this is certainly not the Breakfast Club story sort of a thing for the Paris Legion, right? No happy endings there. They start off slow and they just get bullied. But hey, a 6-0, I mean, you know, it's only a map, right? You're still tied 1-1, but I think in my mind now you're staring down the barrel of a checkmate control where, well, Dallas Empire, as comfortable as they are on Express, it is even more so on that checkmate control. And their second 6-0 on the map. Again, I don't know what it is about the map for Express. It is incredibly streaky. We have had maybe not a ton of 6-0s as a collective, but a lot of times teams just go on a run in a perfect game from Crimsix, 10-0, another feather in his cap. The best player of all time.
Doing his best Bance impersonation right now, going 10-0, lovely stuff there. In the search already, Dallas tying up the series 1-1. As they walk this way, they're going to talk this way as well. What a wonderful rebound here in the series. We're going to go a little bit further than we thought this one may go. And I'm pumped, mate. I'm really pumped to see how we go. But Garrison control, as you said, checkmate control, excuse me, a very, very strong one there from Dallas Empire. But let's have a quick look at our US Army tactical play from round 2. Some more shenanigans from this Express, and again, non-stop picks here, really. This one was Shotzzy, but Chance, all things considered, man, I mean, you could have picked any of these rounds. Dallas Empire put on a show in every single round so far.
I mean, this is a hard one to pick, right? Because you don't even have to go for the tactics of the map. It is genuinely just Shotzzy just gunning 2 players. The first gunfight might be free just because he is the skinny and the jump on classic, but the win on scraps is one he should simply never be able to get, but successful at that, put him up 2-0. They had all the momentum, and even for the final kill, that's where Crim really started to get the ball rolling. And again, 10-0, perfect game. Got to call it out a second time. Nice performance from Dallas Empire, and Crim especially.
Hard to beat it. Just beat it. When we come back after the break, it's going to be checkmate control, friends. Dallas versus Paris. See you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Unlock a CDL team pack with any purchase on gamefuel.com/CDL while supplies last. Offer ends on April 25th. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
Hello, and welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are almost ready to rock and roll into our next match, but we're going to go back to the social soundboard powered by Astro. Choose your fighter. We do, Chances. You and Nameless, we were talking about roundhouse kicks and denim jeans, and Nameless is rocking that full fluoro, but we got a couple of tweets. Nameless says, I'm having you under the minute, you look like Askren. And you respond, I know karate. You are the karate kid for me, Chance. I mean, it's wax on, wax off right now. Does that make me Mr. Miyagi? I'm not sure. We'll see. There's too much happening right now in the Call of Duty world, friends. I mean, it's full 1980s vibes today. We're living in 1984. I mean, that's Verdansk behind me. Like, I'm sure, like, Teeps out there somewhere killing folks. Like, it's crazy today. Like, we're in a battlefield, but love's a battlefield, but so here is the Call of Duty League. Let's have a quick look now at Control, because Control, chance, it's changed, my friend. I do declare. We're now looking at a change for the overtime rules. Each round now has 2 points, and each point has 3 segments. So that's the same, right? But the team with the most segments captured will get defense in round 5. That's the major change. Now, again, if both teams have an equal amount of segments captured, tiebreaker goes to that team with most kills. We sometimes refer to those segments as ticks on broadcast because it's got less syllables and we're just lazy gamers, that's the truth. But those segments, again, that is going to be a very, very important thing to look out for now that we look at Control. So it's not just about capturing the full point, it's looking at those segments. Now, Chance, tell me about Dallas Empire's Control this season so far.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at it overall, the attacking rounds, the 18 and 27 doesn't look great until you realize that they play a ton of defense-heavy maps. So they're 4th overall, and that is fantastic to have at their disposal. It is a big part of the reason why they are so good at checkmate control. And really, as you go down, even for the defense KD, the 1.10 looks great. And the same thing can be said for the Pairs Legion. The KD used to be the important factor, but that is the important part to remember about the switch. If it is about the tick progression, the segments are going to be the deciding factor for who gets defense for that round 5. It basically becomes less of a TDM, right? KD doesn't matter. You are now forced to play the objective or more incentivized to play the objective. So it makes sense, right? Even if you're down on lives, to make that last ditch effort just to throw your bodies at the point, even if you know you're not going to be able to secure the entire thing, it can make a difference for those round 5. So in my mind, it is just a quality of life change. It is just a nice little benefit to, again, just make it more objectively minded, more objectively focused. And well, again, as nice as the changes are, you gotta keep in mind, again, still an undefeated record right now for Dallas Empire on this map. You have to imagine they have the advantage going into this one.
Oh, you have to imagine. I mean, we thought the same thing for the Garrison hardpoint, but hey, man, crazier things have happened. Dallas, Paris, here we go. Map number 3. We're all tied up 1-1 in the series, and now it is over to checkmate for Control. And I keep forgetting to taking off my aviators and putting my actual glasses on. I was like, what's wrong with the game for a moment there? Sorry, that was a little bit behind the scenes nonsense you didn't need to hear. Over to see Crimsix. Start this one off with a bang, and we're over towards the B zone straight away, and Classic's in there with the kill, now the capture.
Going for the B break as well on offense, just to kick things off. It maybe a little bit of a mix-up. Maybe you don't see it as often, and maybe Crimsix showing off an example as the Y. Picks up 2 big kills, and that's his 3rd in a row. Keep in mind, he's coming off of a perfect performance in the Search and Destroy. You know, his Crimsix shot is feeling warm, but Classic there for the shutdown. And Pairs Legion, they are putting a ton of importance over towards this B point. Maybe to their credit, they do have playing Control, but there are so many angles to watch. And Shotzzy, well, he found one more. They're trying to keep these players at bay as, well, the lives don't matter. At least not for the objective base, but still, if you learn out of them, you will lose the round.
They're coming in from behind now, clearing up these players, trying to defend that A zone. Again, we talk about A being the more important zone to attack first and foremost. Finally now, Paris back on it. It's going to be Temp making the early caps. Luke trying to come forward, does just that. Nice shots. So the flying Temp brings him down, oscillates over the other side of the map, immediately brought down there again. So I mean, back and forth we go right now, Chance. Paris Legion now back over towards the B zone. Will we be able to see that first segment captured? There's just less than 30 seconds remaining on the clock. And we're almost there. Paris just about able to get it done. There's the first bit of progress. Classic now trying to hold this one alone. Doesn't get it done against Shotzzy. And that is that. 25 seconds remaining, mate. You've got a lot of members of Paris back on spawn, not able to make the run. 20 seconds, let's see what they can do.
And I will tell you, just the idea from Paris trying to get both points at the same time, that is incredibly difficult to pull off. And, well, there's a couple examples why. 2 kills go through, and Dallas Empire, well, they get all the map clearance that they need. There's kill number 3, but you got iLLeY, what, pushed up towards P2. He's over the yellow crates. He got Crimsix down low underneath the plane. 8 kills to his name, by the way. This setup, too strong. Dallas Empire for the first win. And really, in my mind, I don't know if we've seen any teams have a great deal of success trying to cap both points at the same time. It's just incredibly difficult. There's just so many things going on the map. I mean, the reason you even have teams a lot of times go to A is just because of how much easier it is to watch, right? You have basically 2 lanes you need to watch. You don't get full flank very often. Meanwhile, on B, the only way you're going to capture it is effectively if you get a clean 3 or 4 down. You try to do too many things at the same time, you're just going to get punished. But certainly just an attempt for round 1. And now we get the Dallas Empire on the attack, see what they can pull off.
Yep. So here we go. It's going to be Paris, top plane. Classic trying to deal some damage. Opening shots there, going to push him back. Again, this is a decent amount of control already. Nice trades from Paris. Scraps comes out on top of that one. That's huge. Oh boy, kill number 3 goes his way as well. So, Matty Marshall holding down the B zone, getting those 3 big kills, pushing Dallas Empire back. Now it's Aqua, his turn to shine, and he's going to find a few more kills in the kill feed as well. And that's that. Map presence very, very heavily favoring Paris Legion. Temp trying to push those players back into spawn. iLLeY finds a window, finds a little bit of breathing space, but it's straight over the Scraps. Once again, shots are on point. Can't quite find any more chance, but again, burning the clock now. 40 seconds left. This is looking great out of Paris.
Great out of Paris, and that pressure through the A Street, by the way. They have effectively sent their entire team through that P2 area, and well, that just means they get a setup for spawn kills. Dallas Empire trying to clear their base. iLLeY wins a nice gunfight, but Temp, the lone man there, able to go on the flank and pick up 2. The pressure on the spawns is key on defense. Temp able to deliver. Now, the AK-74U up top, well, he just needs to do damage. He's even winning the big gunfights at range with that SMG, so putting in work, but this is just dominance on defense. Paris Legion, nice and clean for the bounce back, as good as it gets. And more importantly, I don't know if a single tick of progression was able to come through there for Dallas on offense, so Paris Legion, I suppose it may be tied up, but have somewhat of an early advantage.
I mean, they shook them all round long. Get it? That was a tough one, really.
All night long?
Yep, that was it. Yeah, AC/DC, great one. Really good stuff. 1980. Man, Temp actually went wild there. Like kill after kill, he went nutty. That was, I'm not even sure Dallas made it onto either of the zones chance, let alone a tick of progression. I think that might have been a perfect hold from Paris.
I believe you are correct, and keep in mind, Temp on a 5 spree, Scraps on a 4, so you got 2 separate players potentially thinking about some score streaks, at least in the back of their mind. See if they're going to be baiting each other out. Classic is going to be the bait. Temp the man that needs to look for the kills. Or hey, maybe Scraps can just do it. X-ray vision. Able to find at least 1 through the wall. So you got 2 players on a 5. Feed the kill to Temp. That's number 6 for him. And more importantly, a lot of map control going their way. I think Hook was able to find 2, but at least middle map control is there. And Hook potentially with the kill of the game so far on Checkmate. Able to shut down the streaks with at least Temp. But Scraps still in the feed. I can't remember if he's died or not.
I think he may have gone down at some point, but Temp, he doesn't get that top lane control. You do have a lot of progress towards A, though. The first segment depleted. We're looking towards the next one. 2-man stack right now for Paris Legion. Here comes Dallas on the push. First one goes down. Trazah at foot. Scraps wins it again. He's going to find 1 more here. No, iLLeY lands it. iLLeY gets the second kill as well. And just about saves the day. Is A about halfway done. Shotzzy now trying to push these players back in a spawn. As that pressure coming down on Paris. iLLeY now in the back line. First shots are there. Not able to get the second. Big damage now as iLLeY's 5 spree comes to a close. Shotzzy can't quite pick up the pace there and now make his way forward, but Hook, he's going to try and do this alone chance. Going to try to keep Paris in spawn. First up, second can't quite go down as well. Man, it is back and forth. Temp manages to slip the net. 25 seconds left. Can he get anything done?
I mean, Temp's just doing a crazy amount of damage just to keep these players at bay. And while the reinforcements are in, Aqua just on the full send. Well, he gets chopped down, so do all of his teammates. Scraps able to find 2, but he's the last one up. Crimsix is there for the cleanup crew, and if it wasn't going to be him, Hook certainly would have found that final kill. 5 seconds left in Paris. Well, I don't even know how much you could really make happen. Not a ton of map clearance the whole way around, in Dallas Empire making sure the defense reigns supreme. Get the job done to put themselves up at that 2-1 lead. But keep in mind, I mean, that's what, 3 or 4 ticks, I think, on offense that Paris Legion were able to get. So if we're thinking about a potential round 5 bloodbath, the pressure right now is actually on the Dallas Empire to try to make something happen on offense. They're going to have to at least fully cap 1 of the points and maybe get a tick on the 4th just to make sure they're secure on round 5. Or if they just win on offense, hey, you win the game, even better.
Not an easy thing to do, as we've seen. Both teams very defensively minded. We saw Paris with an incredibly dominant round. Will they be able to repeat the same thing again? This is going to be a tough one. as Crim lined up by the back of the fin there, and here comes the push from Dallas. 3 mans towards A. Here they go. Trophies up. Temp's going to be the first line of defense. And Temp, he does not fall. He takes one with him. That's good enough for now. Classic from up high. Shotzzy finds the nade kill onto Aqua. That's 2 players down now. So Scraps is all that's left. And iLLeY's got his number, baby. Look at that angle as well. Very slow and patient from the mighty iLLeY. He's going to get 3 kills in a row. Looking to find kill number 4. Oh, there it is. Right through the wall he goes. Kill number 4 is his. Classic from top lane still. And the first bit of progress at A done, Chance. This has been a wonderful turnaround from Dallas.
And he's really just trying to pour the pressure out through the hill instead of going for the stack. But hey, 2 ticks have already come through. Maybe a last-ditch effort from Aqua, but the shots from Crimsix all the way towards the back of the plane are there. The 8 points secured. And well, we were thinking about what they needed to do to try to get the defense for round 5 if they need it. They might have done enough there, but more importantly, they are still looking for this win. They have a ton of time to work with. 2 minutes to try to capture this B point, but Classic underneath the plane, at least trying to win these opening breaks. It's a 2-2 split. So for Dallas Empire, they're just looking to set up and try to get some control. And Temp, well, he knows the deal. Go for some spawn kills. That is the way. There's the first, and already for Empire, this is incredibly annoying to deal with. Temp does get taken down, but just looking at that map pressure, no one for Empire able to cross that 50-yard line.
And the good news, though, for Dallas, again, you capture the A zone, and now you're halfway there. All they've got to do now is get on towards B, but Paris are making them sweat for it. Classic has still been on a bit of a run. 15-15 overall, but man, he's playing himself the right way. Nice shots from Crim, saves the day for now. Scraps lands a big one there. Top lane position, 1 minute 15 on the clock. Has to lock down these players. Don't let them get out. That trophy system is working. 9-2-5. Right there, saving him. Making the bacon. Shotzzy's up next. Scraps on a 4 spree. Backs up for now, Chance. He's still alive. Crim's going to find 2, and with that, pressure now mounting. Here comes Dallas, trying to just make these kills onto these players in top lane and get onto the zone. Can they get it done? Under a minute remains now, mate, and this is looking to be a big round.
You see Scraps, though, does get taken down. He has a walking killing spree, but he's on a 4. He gets dropped. Now to the top of the plane. Shotzzy able to win 2. That's 3 down. This is the stack the point opportunity. The spawns are all the way back right, but Scraps in P5 is causing problems. You only get 2 bodies on point for the moment. It's going kind of quick, but then Scraps, the hero, the walking kill spree, takes down 3 just to defend the point.
24-12. He pours some sugar on iLLeY, and that is a massive kill now. 35 seconds remaining. Hook trying to find somebody from upstairs. Finds the first. Player dips straight past him. Did he get a shot off there? Hook stays alive. He finds another one. There is now 25 seconds remaining. The clock will be stopped. Dallas Empire stacked up on the point. The second segment is about to go. All 3 of them, man, they're there. You've got to get on point. You've got to go, Paris. This is going to be the round. The shots are on. And Dallas win it with a big stack there in the 4th round. Dallas Empire 3-1 on checkmate control. And the stack comes through. That is absolutely the play to make these days when it comes to getting the B zone, and they do it perfectly right when they need to. Exquisite work from the Dallas Empire. They will take the lead in the series 2-1.
And that is fantastic communication coming out from the Empire as well. Shout out to the observers. The camera shot we had on the players down low. Notice how everyone on the Dallas Empire that is inside the hill is purely just looking at the right street. That's because Shotzzy was able to get underneath the wood heady. He's forcing out those spawns to be the back right side of the map. And he's telling his teammates, hey, you have to look one direction in one direction only. I know it's a modern ban, but it gets the job done. You make the job easy for your teammates to get that round win. And again, we saw what? They were the 4th best team in the world on offensive rounds. They got the only one that they needed to get the job done and get that map win.
You beat me to it with the One Direction thing. Oh my God, Dallas. What a showing that was. Forgive the cackle, friends. It's been a lovely day. So far, so good, though, if you're a Dallas Empire fan. I mean, that was a nice showing there on checkmate control. And Rambo Ray somewhere has got his fist in the air, a la The Breakfast Club. Doing one of these, just loving life right now. But there we go. We will be back in a very brief moment. A quick commercial break. You know the drill, friends. We're going to be going to another hard point after this one. The Call of Duty League stays fresh, stays so cool here in the 80s. We'll be right back.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Now, don't forget, friends, you saw the trailer there, but make sure that you're rocking your best teams pack. You can unlock a free CDL team pack with any purchase of game fuel right now on gamefuel.com/CDL while supplies last. Click the thing at the bottom there. That's where all the information lies. We're going to get yourself some game fuel. It helps out, believe me. Accuracy and alertness. Trust me. Then you need it. Because right now in Verdansk, it's a battlefield out there, friends. But here we go. Quick look at the maps and modes so far of how this series has gone, Chance. And again, after what was a wonderful start, a real bang from Paris in the opening hardpoint, slowed down a little bit, let's face it. But let's see what they've got the resolve to go all the way here in Checkmate hardpoint next.
Well, I'd say the biggest problem, right? Crimsix just released the 99 red balloons and dropped the nuke for that map too, right? Had the perfect 10-0 performance, and immediately all the momentum Paris had immediately gets sucked out. And well, now we go back to Checkmate again. This entire series effectively is just comfort map picks for the Dallas Empire. For the first hard point, obviously that did not pan out. Paris Legion, they're going to need this bounce back because, again, they are in the absolute pit. The dogfight of that is they need these CDL points. Every single win, honestly, can make a massive amount of difference because of how tight of a race it is towards the bottom. So maybe hard point, their key to success. Beat them by 139 points, I believe it was, for the map one. They need to bring that same energy, but of course, for the flip side, well, it just seems like the ARs for the Dallas Empire have been having a phenomenal time.
Having a wonderful time. I mean, Crim has been looking pretty unreal so far. I mean, it's been a good series to move some 10-0 there, of course, on Express S&D. But let's see what you can bring now on the hard point. They didn't win the first one against Paris. It was a real slugfest, but checkmate, here we go. First kill's going the way of Dallas Empire. First time, if they get the clean contest, off they go. Hooks in the flank, wonderful stuff. I'm hesitant to say that Hook's in your base, but he really is right now. He's managed to deal a lot of damage to spawns to flip briefly there. Classic's the last player now for Paris on this side of the map, and he did.
Oh, dear.
That's that, mate. Dallas, what a great start.
I mean, that's a perfect start, honestly, right? You get the clean 4 down. You end up giving away split spawns that Crim eventually makes the read prepared for. And even for that final gunfight, has the help from iLLeY, but it is help that he needs now, and it's help that he gets. The teamwork on point. Crimsix right now just doing his job to stay alive and saying, hey, guys, just kill this man for me. They provide time and time again, and really, that is just a clinic of a P1. Now a Dallas Empire end up just securing those spawns. Crimsix still just hovering around that blue area. He could not ask for much more, and again, he's just doing such a good job of playing his life and making sure his teammates know exactly where they need to look. The information Crim has provided is just boundless. It makes their job that much easier.
Crim's still going. He's still got that side of the map locked down, and he's holding Aqua in place as well. Like, he can't let him go forward. Tem's finally going to slip into the hard point. Can he find any more? No. Cut down again. Crim's still alive, by the way. He has to, like, check his corners. He's got to watch the back. iLLeY's still good to go there. The damage has been dealt. Crim's still 3-0. He's playing this one real slow, but you have to tip the hat. Map control still going the way of Dallas. They're not really relinquished too much for this hard point yet. Crim finally goes down to scraps. Now the final push towards this hard point, 20-odd seconds remaining. They're not going to be able to get too much out of it. Dallas Empire, they hold it. We look towards third, underneath plane, Paris in position chance, but what a great start out of Dallas.
And I would say, I have like half a mind to think that maybe Crimsix plays that a little bit too slow, because then on the flip side, he just secures the spawns for that long. He knows the only way you really get broken on this hill is if you give up that bottom right side of the map. And now, frankly, for the side of Dallas Empire, they end up giving up those spawns just in the final few seconds of the hill. That is exactly what you want to see. This is just about the most perfect opening to a checkmate hard point. It is so ridiculous. It's so difficult for me to say. The tongue twister, apparently, but it was a very strong start, I would say, for those first 2 hills. But maybe this P3 is the opening for Paris Legion to start to turn things around.
The second checkpoint hard mate of this 2021 season. That's amazing. Amazing. Not as amazing as Hook's shots right now, though, as he cleans those players down. Scraps is up next, and ooh, wait a minute. Go on, do it. Just go for it with the Diamatti out. Go on, Hook. Keep playing this way. Looking fierce on the map so far. Scrap's going to put him down eventually, but again, it's been a very, very decent hold on P3 here from the Dallas Empire. Shotzzy straight back at it. That kill goes his way, traded out from Scraps there, and it is non-stop. The submachine guns of Dallas ringing out here. Let's go for a very quick Astro Gaming listening now with the Paris Legion and see if they can rebound.
Only one time. One stop playing, one's garage. Nade over time.
I got time.
Top left wing. I'm naded. I'm playing. Still top right wing. Shotzzy weak.
The barrel, one shot, Kyler. He's behind the gray box on the right corner, behind the box.
Shotzy's top plane, guys. I need point.
I hear you on the top plane.
They're working plane. Dad, 1A bomb and top right wing. Head side, got a bomb. Up right window. Go play Crim. Crim's weak low wing. Crim's weak low wing. You got talk.
Still there.
We'll flash one of them.
Heard over. We're gonna bring him back.
Miss up plane. Yo, miss up point. Top left wing. Top left wing. Behind the box. Behind the box.
I look really weak at table. He backed up with their exit now.
A-bomb, early charge. I'm on you right, Nick. Into weak at time. Hold this up. Hold this up. Last one up front, guys.
We got fire, yeah, we spawned out.
They're pushing you out.
I have to push you, Lee.
Go inward. So DP4. He's outside of ult.
You wood and long.
Dark, I'll let dark. Go and push dark as well. We spawned out far.
I'm trying to get planer.
Oh, go, we can do this.
Trying to help you.
Back right on me, ender, guys. No top plane.
Going far back right now.
I need the pillar.
I just see the guy fire right.
He's on the pillar,
He's P4, guys. He's can't P4.
P4 there.
One was back there.
Let's go for P4.
On the pillar, you guys. Go in. Top exit. There's a trophy guy down. He pushed in cabin.
Send me one.
Cabin dead. Pillar, ender weak. One shot.
No, two on me.
So weak pillar. Left.
And one's back footsteps.
From her. One more for right.
No, he's top plane stairs. Shotzzy. He's working top plane stairs. One shot. Plane stairs. I spawn up front.
One's wood. Fuck. One's wood.
I need a
Enter plane on me. Enter plane. Weakest.
Dallas Empire starting to put the stamp on them here, though, Chance. Paris Legion, I thought the comms, they sounded all right. I mean, it's not an easy situation to be in there down a lot, and they're getting the hands from Dallas, but did you make anything of this comms?
I mean, honestly, I'm just thinking about the comms on the flip side. Like, it might have sounded all right from Paris Legion, but just the way the gameplay has looked from the Dallas Empire, I have to imagine their comms are just on another level right now. Even from the start and even on these past few hills, it's seeming like every single gunfight, it's just someone feeding the information, right? Like, we're watching Hook run across the P5. He's getting spotted out by, I think it was Aqua or Scrap jumping in the window, and he's feeding the information to iLLeY to actually go and win those gunfights. It is just every single player on Empire setting their teammates up across the board, and again, it is the ARs that have been just feasting right now. It is iLLeY that has taken his turn, but it's not very often. I'm thinking that the comms are on point just from watching a team's gameplay, but Dallas Empire right now, they just seem to have that magic.
They do have that magic. There is something in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. This Hook stays alive now. 4 in a row for him. Actually, yeah, the nade landed. Wow. Dude, honestly, something in the air tonight. It was the Semtex flying through the air right there. And Classic finally gets back on the map. Finds himself a couple of kills here. But what the hell, Crim? What the hell was that? Final 10 seconds. This hard point will most likely go the way of Crimsix. We've got Paris in control on the rotation. But the way Dallas has been playing, I would have to imagine a break would be pretty clean right now. 200 to 62 as we go into the next hard point. Let's see what Paris have got. They have map control for now. Dallas, they are about to disembark the plane, and they're going to fly right into Scraps, and Aqua could be in a lot of trouble as well if he doesn't get a move on. And there it is. Crim takes the top of his head off. There's another player on the back. That's 2 for good so far. Scraps, is he alive? Crim from the back rope jumps off the top of it. 80 points now and climbing for Paris, but Dallas are on their heels. They are nipping away at them, Chance. Classic's going to get a kill. Shotzzy in the back. Is it enough? Is it enough for Paris?
I don't know, man. I mean, everybody wants to rule the world, but Crim has spent the most time at the top. Even this break, maybe you only chip away an extra 10 to 15 seconds, but frankly, that's enough from the Empire to get the job done. And even for this final bit of scrap time, right, Hook, easy gunfight for him to win. His teammates, well, are there for the trades. Scraps is able to pick up 2 big kills and maybe somewhat of an opportunity. Keep Dallas Empire sort of trapped in their spawn for the next moment to open up this next hill, but you see the opening, right? A couple AR players, Crimsix now, they're able to get these clean lines of sight from underneath the plane. Aqua has a big one to win. Crimsix, though, there to shut him down. 24-11. And it's not like iLLeY and Hook are that far behind. This is just outright dominance coming out from the Empire. Because right now, Paris Legion, they are just fighting tooth and nail for any bit of time. But right now, they are fully commanding the struggle bus. Is maybe the only breather they have had so far the entire game. But it is only a moment at that, as Dallas Empire still just pouring that pressure on the hard point.
They haven't been able to get a lot of time out of this in a while, though. I mean, Paris may not be able to get too much either, but at the very least, you're keeping Dallas away from the point. Nice timing from Simp. Good shots as well. Just going to keep that hard point safe for the time being. Third hard point, again, we call it P3. Not an easy one to hold. 7 in a row now for Temp. It's going to be streaks. One more kill, full streaks now for Temp. Can he make the most of it? Here on checkmate. His teammates have got a bit of control now. It is going to be the cruise missile. Here we go. Anyone out and about? Is anyone going to be open to that one? It's going to be Crim. He lands first. Shotzzy, iLLeY have been backed up. They're slowed right down. This gives a bit of an opportunity now for Dallas to take control. The chance. Hook's on the flank. Here he goes. What a position to be in right now. There's the first. Discipline as you like. The second from Hook. Unbelievable stuff. Is perfect from him. That could well be it. Was that enough to break the back of Paris Legion and now allow Dallas to take the control?
Oh, this should be the absolute dagger. Hook just goes and makes sure he flip spawns. The fact that he's able to stay alive, even though Paris Legion have stabilized this hill, even though 10th is on an 11 spree, I have to think long term it might not make a difference unless Paris Legion find a way to get a nice section of kills and try to flip these spawns quickly. But in my mind, I think Hook just made the play, even from the top of the plane. Empire there to stop any bit of momentum that they had. Once again, you just got Paris Legion. They have to go across the entire map for this rotation. This is going to be one of the easiest hills in the game to hold, and Empire, they're going to be able to get the full setup that they want. It would be a miraculous effort for Paris Legion to try and get through, and well, Crimsix, that's the start Empire want to have. He's able to take down 2.
Yeah, still no good from the spawns front there from Paris Legion. Temp's going to try to soften them up with a bit of an artillery barrage. That's it. Streaks invested. Will it come through to anything? It won't indeed. The shots land. It's going to be Hook in the kill feed. iLLeY there on the point. The final few moments, the kills go his way. There's not a whole lot you can do. There's 5 seconds for the win. And Dallas Empire, they will hold the line admirably. And they get it done on checkmate. The double dose of checkmate was just what the doctor orders. And there you go. Dallas Empire, they will take the series over Paris Legion. And oh boy, Chance, it was a nice opening from the boys of Paris, but not quite enough to see it through all the way to the end. 3-1 will be the final score. And it was heroics from Temp. It was honestly brilliant individual play. And I think all in all, the Paris roster looking a lot stronger than they have done in a while. But it's tough when you're going up against quite literally one of the best teams in the game, Dallas Empire, another day in the office.
And honestly, what's really unfortunate for Temp is actually the moment where Hook is able to flank and make that play to make sure he flips spawns towards the end of the game. I think the only reason he can get it is because Temp calls in the cruise missile and never actually spots him. And because he's stuck in the score streak, well, that was the lane he was supposed to watch. That was the angle of attack Hook was able to find. So honestly, just a purely unfortunate moment for him. But either way, Empire just built themselves such a nice lead. It probably didn't make a bit of a difference anyway, but I think maybe they got iced out just a little bit, right? The delay slowed them down, but as soon as they start to get that ball rolling, as soon as Express S&D kicked off right from the first round, they took the reins and frankly just never let up on the series. Clinical and efficient work from the Dallas Empire, a perfect way for them to start stage 3.
Oh, you're right. Once that Express hit, there was no slowing them down whatsoever. 3-1 final score. Look at the final stats here of the series. And again, Crim had a massive map there. 30 and 18. Not a whole lot his teammates had to do. iLLeY right behind him there at 26 and 21. And Shotzzy, you brought it up earlier, it was the feasts of the assault rifle players. They were simply devouring Paris Legion. I mean, not to say that they were slowed to a snail's pace or an escargot, if you will, but it was an absolute buffet for the members there of the Dallas Empire, and they certainly got their fill. Well, there we go. First series of the day is complete. We will be going now to our Scuff play of the game, and Chance, you just alluded to it, my friend. You were literally just talking about it, and now we can show the fans at home exactly what it was with our Scuff play of the game.
And again, this is the moment, right? You got Hook number, whatever it is, 4 on the mini-map. He just goes over past that left wing. That's exactly where Temp hops out of the cruise missile. And just because he never was able to spot it out, well, you see how easy it is for Hook. And the more important part here, the double kill is fantastic, but the fact that he's able to play his life, get towards the back of the map, because keep in mind, he never actually quite blocked those spawns originally until he gets that kill on Scraps. Then Crimsix spawns up right next to him, and that's the moment that it is just done and dusted, because obviously on Checkmate, it can be a streaky map. You can go on runs, you can chain these hills together. So Temp created an opportunity for his team, but Hook, the playmaker there to shut him down. And I would say, at least for that Checkmate hardpoint, even for the Checkmate control, the thing that stands out from the Dallas Empire is how clean their teamwork was, how good their communication must have been, and just for the fact that every gunfight these guys were taking, no lives wasted, no energy wasted, perfect gameplay for 1984.
There we go, friends. That's the first series of the day complete. We're going to throw you now to a very quick commercial break. We've got a lot more Call of Duty to still be playing. But first, it's Lottie and the lovely boys on the desk breaking down that map and getting you all titillated for the next one to come. We'll be right back after this break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army, what's your warrior?
Here is the US Army schedule with the results from the first match of the day. And I told you it was going to be gnarly. It really was gnarly against Dallas Empire with Legion. I mean, Empire walking away from that 3-1, even with the new addition of Temp on Paris Legion's side, just couldn't take them over the dub line. But we have Toronto Ultra versus Mutineers straight after a quick discussion with my two bodacious boys that are on the desk right now, gents. Incredible stuff, very much bodacious. Incredible stuff across the board there from Dallas, and in particular, Nameless, I want you to talk me through that control and what Dallas did at the end there that really caught your eye.
Yeah, I mean, it was a defensive game back and forth, but we really saw just Dallas have an incredible offense at the very end of that game. Here they were, I'm going to take these glasses off so I can see this a bit better, huh? Right here, Crim, he got a huge two-piece to get them out of the spawn, and then the biggest thing that they did right here, right, was they controlled top plane. You know, after they got A off the rip, they knew they had a bunch of time, they were trapped in spawn, they break out, they get in plane, and what we see time and time again is teams lose that plane control, and then they have to fight back out of the spawn. Well, once Dallas got control of that, they're like, nope, we're going to stay up here. Hoop gets a big couple kills up top, and even though Scraps is able to get, you know, I think it's 2 or 3 here, they still managed to get plane back once again. Hoop gets this kill on the wing, turns around, gets another kill inside of the room, and you know, that just puts him in a fantastic position. So even if you're dying around the hill when you're trying to get B, if you retain plane control, you can get your players back in positions to succeed. Now you do need players like Crim to be able to get those big kills out of the spawn, but once he does it, you're in a great spot. They're able to get B here and a huge offensive win to secure the map.
Yeah, and Dallas Empire, they just played a phenomenal series from top to bottom. The only thing that scares me about this team is since Major 2, S&D has always been that game that we talk about with Dallas. And since that Major, they have been 5-1 in that game mode. The only game mode that hasn't really been in their favor has been in those hard points. They're currently 3-6 since that Major 2. And I feel like they've been putting a lot of focus into their search and destroy. Obviously, they win that last map in that map number 4 on Checkmate in a pretty dominant fashion. But their S&D is really looking strong. They need to get that hard point back up to what it used to be.
Absolutely. I think there's always things that you need to improve on, and I think with some of the big dogs in this league, there's always improvements to be made, and we can always see mistakes clocking around as things start to kind of push in different directions with the meta. But I tell you what, gents, talking about another team we're going to be seeing in just a moment, Mutineers. They've finally taken Havok off that bench and are bringing him back to play. I want to know what you're expecting out of him, though, Stud. What are you going to see today, do you think, from Havok?
Well, Havok, he has phenomenal hair already. He's matching the Florida colors right off the rip. But with him on this roster, I feel like it's going to change the entire energy of this team. Him and Neptune, the pacing that both of these guys can play, I feel like it's going to cause some confliction between both of those players because they're such fast submachine gun players. I think that one of them has to slow down their gameplay because the way that Neptune has been playing so far, he's just a speed demon. And I've actually had the chance to team with Havok. I know what he's capable of doing. I'm just wondering how both of those submachine gun players are going to be able to work when it comes to pacing.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. I think Neptune and Havok, you know, the pace that both these guys play at, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, Havok's not completely headless. I mean, we both played with him. Like, he does play fast, but his in-game decisions are on point, and he'll follow you up or he'll go in front of you, whatever needs to happen. So I think this is going to be very beneficial for players like Awakening, like Skies, to find that consistency now that you have a player in-game that isn't afraid to make these quick decisions with the squad. So, and we all know Havok, he will go in front of you if need be, and Skies and Awakening need that. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to take some time for them to get there, for Havok to feel comfortable being vocal on this squad. So maybe not in this match, but we'll see as time goes on, them develop.
Beautiful stuff. Well, I'm going to let Stud go back to his private lounge, smoke a cigar. Nameless, I'm going to let you go back to the track or a rave. Not sure which one quite it is yet. I'm
Maybe
figuring
both.
it out.
You never know.
Maybe both. But myself, I'm going to hop in with iLLeY for our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I'm going to talk to the big dog himself in just a little bit and find out what he was feeling after that 3-1. Hello everybody and welcome to Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I am joined by the one and only iLLeY from Dallas Empire. iLLeY, I could talk all day about how good your S&D is because my god, it is monstrous out there. You didn't give them a chance to breathe, but I don't think I would be doing fans justice if I didn't talk about what you guys need to improve on and where your head's at in terms of hardpoint. So is there something going wrong there in specific, or is it just more like a communications type of thing?
I would say it's just a communication type of thing because, as you know, stage 1, our weakness was S&D and not hardpoint. Now it's hardpoint, not S&D. It's just a communication thing. It's just something we got to work on in scrims. We just got to apply what we do in scrims to our matches, and we'll be fine, just like we did on that checkmate. Yeah, honestly, it's just, we'll get it done.
I like that.
Not worried.
We'll get it done. That's a great soundbite, iLLeY. That's a great soundbite. Hey, it's annoying, isn't it, when it flip-flops? You know, you're great at one thing and suddenly something else is lacking. You're paying more attention to vice versa. But I tell you what, looking pretty good across the board, though, so not too worried there. But as the defending champs, iLLeY, you know, where do you feel you guys are at as a team heading into stage 3? Where are you really at?
We're nowhere near where we want to be. I would say we have a lot of work to do. Just like last year, that's why I'm not too worried, because last year we were basically in the same situation as we were in last year, where we had a lot to work on. And yeah, we're just gonna keep the mindset of getting better every day, getting on with a positive mindset, and just working towards our goals. And by like next stage, we'll be probably more near where we want to be. But by champ time, we're gonna make sure we're full form, just like we were last year, and we'll get it done.
Okay, I like that. Well, I'll tell you what, iLLeY, you've put my mind at ease now, because if you're not worried, I'm not worried. So I'm going to be watching out for that. Thank you so much, iLLeY, for joining me once again. And
Thank you for having
congratulations.
me.
Great start. Great start for stage 3. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. We've heard from iLLeY himself. Hey, look, he's feeling pretty confident. A little bit of comms maybe here and there. Just got to fix a few things up. Look sharp. I think they can do it. But I'll tell you what, we've got another banger coming your way in just a moment. We're going to head to a quick break. But when we come back, we've got Ultra, the major 2 champs versus Mutineers with a new looking roster. Havok, can he do the job? We'll find out after this.
aBeZy though, looking for the intro, and he goes as fast as he can. Can't find the kill. Insight still alive.
It's 10 seconds for the win now. It's just it. Ultra holding it down. They've got 5 seconds for the win. Simp's going to contest. He's going to get cut to pieces. And what do you know? The greatest underdog going into the tournament. They take the best team in the league the whole way, and they get the job done. Not only do they do it on a respawn, they truly are Ultra as Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. You see how sweet victory can taste for Toronto Ultra and the bitterness of a second place finish there from Atlanta FaZe. But now for Ultra, I mean, the feet are up, right, mate? Their feet are up. They are living it up. They're enjoying themselves after becoming our Stage 2 champions. And now they face the Florida Mutineers. A new look for the Mutineers, of course. Slacked to the bench, Havok to the main roster. Let's see how this one works out, Chance. You complain about having hair in your eyes in the break there, my friend. How are you doing now?
I mean, look, I'm not biased, but kind of whichever team wins the first map, I kind of want to win the first 3-0.